Hey guys, it's your boy Ryan, aka ReactBS, bringing you guys another video today. So yes, inside of today's video, before we get into this, I just gotta say I have some news for you people. This might be my last video in a few days because this software that I use to make my videos, Nimbus, I don't know, I feel like it's not very good. I can't really add any intros or edit it as well as I think. So if you guys have any good if you guys whatever you guys record your videos on, if you could let me know the name so I could try it, because I just feel like this isn't working for me. I can't edit my videos at all or anything. It's not a very good screen recorder thing. So leave suggestions in the comment on what screen editor recorder thing I should use. Okay, but inside of today's video, I'm gonna be ranking every single brawler's gadget. I don't want to make this video too long, so let's get right into it. Also, we're really close to 40 subscribers, so when we hit that, I'll do a Q&A. Okay, so first is Shelly's gadget. Fast forward, I feel like it's C tier. It's not as it's like for her it works well, so I think I'm gonna put it in B tier. Nita's gadget, hype. I don't know the names of all of them, but I know what they do. So Nita's gadget I think is S tier since it goes with hyper bear so well. Colt's gadget I think is A tier or B tier. I think B. Now that I'm gonna put Shelly's in C tier. Bull's gadget, T-bone injector. I think that is decent. I would say B tier. It's not crazy, but it's good. Jesse's gadget. Jesse's gadget I feel like is really good. Uh, Brock's gadget is good. I don't think it provides as much value as needed, but it's like a fun gadget, so I'm gonna put it in A tier. Fidget spinner got a recent buff, so I think before I would have put it in D tier, but the speed buff and like now you can move and stuff, I'm gonna put it B tier. I think no, maybe C B tier. Yeah, I think it's a decent gadget. Okay, Bo's totem. Well, it depends on what I'm doing this from a competitive standpoint or not. Cause if I was doing this from a competitive standpoint, I would put this in like S tier. But for the sake that I'm not doing this as like at like a 30k level, I'm just gonna put it in A tier. Tick's gadget, not a lot of value. It can be useful for him to get out of sticky situations. I'm going to put it in C tier. 8-bit's gadget. Okay, the teleportation. I feel like the teleporting is pretty good. So I'm going to put it in the B tier. Yeah, it's a pretty fun gadget. Oh, and I also almost forgot. The idea from this video is from Exodus YT, so I'll put the name in the description so you guys can search up his channel. He makes good content on Brawl Stars also. He gave me the idea, so once again, thanks to Exodus YT. Next up is Ems. Ems' gadget, so many nerfs, but I still think it's viable, and it's still better than like Dynamite, I'd say, so yeah, I'll put it in A. El Primo's. Okay, this is an interesting one. For me, this is the most underrated gadget in the game. It's actually kind of broken in Brawl Ball. You can stop so many people from scoring. I just have so good value with it, but a lot of people think that when they think of this gadget, they think, oh, this trash one. But in my opinion, because this is all my opinion, I think it's a really good gadget. You can stop people from scoring goals in Brawl Ball. Barley's gadget. Okay, sticky syrup, I think is the name. Alright. It's decent, I guess. B tier or A tier? I'm gonna put it B. Poco's gadget. I think Poco's gadget is pretty good. A tier, maybe S tier. I'm gonna put A tier for now, but I might change that. Rose's gadget, plant life creates bushes. Decent, I guess. I'm gonna put it in A tier. And also, sorry if you can hear like noise in the background. That's my mom talking on the phone. Okay, next up is Rico. So Rico is going to be also a really underrated gadget. Can do a lot of damage in close quarters, but I'm gonna put it B. Daryl. Okay, it's actually become pretty decent now, so I'm gonna put it in B tier. I think that's fair. Next up is Penny. Penny. Penny is an interesting one. I'm gonna put Penny in B tier, C tier, B. I think B, maybe even A. Yeah. Next up is Carl. Just hot trash, absolutely hot trash. Next up is Jackie. Buff, nerf, like three nerfs, one buff. I'm gonna put it in the A tier. It's not as good as before. Before it would have been an S tier. Okay, next up is Piper. Definitely improved from before, but not a lot of value, not insane value. So there. Pam's Gadget. I'm gonna put that A tier. Now that I think about it, I'm gonna move Pennies to B tier. Next up is Frank's Gadget. I feel like for Frank, this is so helpful, but like, yeah, it's really helpful for Frank considering that he has to stop for his attacks. So I'm gonna put it A tier. But like, if this went with like any other brawler, it'd probably be like at C tier or D tier. But the fact that it just helps out Frank so much. BB's Gadget. It's mediocre since he rushes people, but I don't know. There's so much A tiers, but I'm gonna put it there. Next up is B's Gadget. I think it's not on the great side, so I'm gonna put it on C tier. You can get some value in Brawl Ball behind the net, but nah. Next up is Nanny. I feel like Nanny's Gadget is really good in Heist and like 3v3 modes generally, not exactly good in Showdown. Mortis's Gadget, I kind of want to put this in S tier because without this gadget, Mortis would probably be like absolutely nothing. But this gadget is just amazing for Mortis again. So S tier, that might be controversial, but for me, I'm gonna keep it in S tier. Tara's Gadget, I think, is also S tier. Just the fact that you can see everyone on the map, it just kind of, I don't know, especially in Bounty and in Snake Prairie and stuff. I just think it's really good. Next up is Jeans. I think it provides more value to Jean than to M's. I don't know. I just think it's better, so I'm gonna put it S or A. I mean, if I'm putting Mortis on S tier, then I have to put Jean on S tier. Next up is Max, so it's definitely one step above Shelly since she's immune to damage while using it, so I'm gonna put it in B tier. Mr. P's Gadget makes your supporter have one of the minions have like more health and damage. Decent, I would say. Not exactly game breaking, but B tier I think is fair. Next up is Sprout's Garden Mulcher. When it came out, it could heal 3,000 damage. Now it's 2,000, but I still think that's really solid. So I'm going to put that in A tier. So yeah. Next up is Spike's Pop and Pin Cushions. This is an interesting one. Can provide some value in Heist, some crazy damage, but not exactly crazy good compared to others, so I'm going to put it in C tier. Next up is Crow's Gadget. Oh, I forgot about this. Crow's second gadget got released, but I'm going to do this on the first gadget, and I'll give you my opinion on his second gadget after. So my opinion for Crow's first gadget is an S tier, so I'm going to put it on S tier. And then his second gadget, I would put like B tier. The new one that he got a few days ago, I'd put it in B tier, so just trying to imagine that. Leon's clone got a buff. It's decent, I guess. I don't have Leon, so I can't say that. Like, I don't have any personal experience. I think A is fair, because you can go Gadget and then, like, Super. Sandy's Gadget Sleep Simulator used to be broken in big game, but they fixed that. So, now it's, like, mediocre, I guess. B tier. Nothing, not a lot of value. Okay, and the two newest brawlers in the game. Okay, Gale's Gadget, the jump pad. At first, everyone thought it was cool, but now it provides some. I'm gonna put it in A tier. I feel like it's a unique gadget. And then Surge's Gadget. Well, at the time of recording this, Surge still has that glitch where you can upgrade 2 times with the one super, which just makes the gadget really good. And it's really good in general, so I'm gonna put his gadget into S tier. Well, there you guys have it. My tier list of every single brawler's gadgets. So here it is. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.